Because marketing really...
And we're live. So I think you should just drop that sentence. You were starting
right in between. Development.
Sit right in between.
Sit right in between development and marketing. That's the community team.
All right, good. Hello, everyone. We are live from the Funcom office. It is Friday, so it is time for another dev stream. My name is Jens Erik. I'm your community manager, as always. Here with Joel Bylos, the creative director on Conan Exiles.
Hello.
And we didn't do a stream last week, I think. No, we didn't do a stream last week. But we're gonna do hopefully something that's very interesting today. Someone in chat is saying that I'm on the wrong side. Yes, I am on the wrong side because Joel is the one in the driver's seat today.
I'm playing, baby.
He is the one playing. Yeah, that is how that is. But it's been a week. It's been a good week. We've been like climbing has been on test live for about a week now. We've been getting some
4 days.
4 days, right? We've been getting some really good feedback from people on the climbing stuff. And once we have all the little tiny issues and stuff that we need to sort out, we'll push it to live so people can, so everyone can play around with it. And
there's a lot more stuff in that climbing patch than just climbing, though. Of course. Yeah.
Hopefully, I thought Joel was banned from playing on live streams. He is not. Actually, he is definitely not banned.
Sometimes I fight back. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not banned. I'm just heavily discouraged. It's one of those things where they sit me down in a meeting room. And they're like, "Today we're going to live stream."
Yeah.
And we were thinking Jens Erik would play. Joel, do you have any objections to that? No, I don't have any objections, sir. Jens Erik can play. That's how it works, right?
Yeah, that is exactly how it works. Yeah, marketing stands over you with like their bullwhip and just like beats you into submission. No, it's fine. We all love each other here at Funcom. Yeah, should we? What are we doing today?
All right.
What are we doing today?
What are we doing today? So
we're talking about combat.
Yeah, I mean, so big changes coming in the game. First of all, so as you guys know, we revealed that we have an Xbox and expansion to the playfield coming on the 16th of August.
Yes,
it's the date. Yes,
month and a half.
But that means that we are doing submissions for Microsoft Xbox versions now because it needs to be done, right? So we're doing that sort of stuff. So that means we've been making a lot of changes to the game, both on the interface, both on the gameplay, rebalancing a lot of systems, and taking a closer look at some of the combat stuff that we've wanted to do, of course. But so today I wanted to show a little bit of the stuff we've done with combat. I'm not sure. Well, today you're going to see like 15...
People are already saying, don't mess up combat, for the love of God.
Depends what you mean by mess it up.
Yeah.
So some of it will be like, you'll see what we've done. Some of it will be theoretical because I'll be talking about how it should change things in the game. But that will depend on how people play it, of course. Mm-hmm. And today I'm going to play with my Xbox controller so that people can see some of the interface changes.
Showing the game? Ah, there it is. Never mind.
There's the game.
There is the game.
And you'll see...
There's the chat again. Awesome.
You'll immediately see purple, pink mountains in the distance because... So this version today, I'll give the whole disclaimer thing. It's a build that we're cooking for development purposes. There's a lot of stuff in it that's going to look a little broken. Again, that's just texture stuff. Should be fine. Functionality should be good.
Yeah.
But you'll see weird looking rocks and things.
Nicole isn't here, but she is in the chat. She isn't here live via video.
Spirit.
She is here in spirit. She is in the chat and can answer questions if anyone has any questions. So,
we send our love. So, are we in the game now? Can they see?
We are in the game now.
All right. So the first thing people might see is that we've added an event log.
Yes.
Woohoo! So, property name.
You're thirsty, by the way. We might want to do something about that.
Am I?
It popped up saying that you were thirsty earlier, so...
I'll probably survive it. And if I don't, I'll die.
All right.
Sure. So yeah, we have an event log.
Yeah, Eben Viper says you're about to die of thirst. Yep.
That's not about to die.
All right.
Hey, people might notice that I have no hotbar. But I do.
Yep.
Yay for Xbox controller.
I have no idea why the mouse is there.
This is why I'm playing with a Xbox controller version. They can hear echo.
This is why there's an echo. And now there should no longer be an echo.
Good work, man.
I fixed it.
Earth to echo. Alright. So, starting to do some cool stuff. As you'll see on the top, we have a new icon. That would be the temperature system.
Yes, that is the temperature system. There's a sun now.
There is a sun.
I guess sun means heat, and we should probably fix the time of day too, I guess.
Yes. No, I just broke everything.
No, it's fine.
By the way, let's see. I'll make eating off, give myself a bit of food and water so that people don't have to tell me about that all the time. And I'll freeze the sky at noon, because why not? Alright, ooh, people may have just seen something. That's fine.
I just need to move the mouse over here, and there we go.
Alright, good. Cool. Alright, so yeah, event log, which tells you when things are broken and how they're broken. Yeah. So let's talk first about temperature. Temperature works like this. This actual temperature gauge is showing the temperature of my character. As I get too hot, my character will start to take, debuffs and be debilitated. Yeah. In this state, for example, I'll be getting thirsty faster. That's part of probably why my drink was so low.
Yes.
So
yeah, it's obvious. Like you're too warm, you need to drink more water.
Yes, exactly. So, and that's dependent on the armor you're wearing. So I'll show in the inventory if I can have the mouse back.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm wearing.
This is weird. The whole switching back and forth thing.
Yeah, because if I'm wearing the hyena armor, and if you see now here where I've got the mouse, you can see the actual temperature gauge showing me what it does. It actually works as protection against cold. So hyena armor, protection from cold. I have 4 pieces stacked, which is affecting my temperature delta. If I remove it, someone might notice my character has something special on his face.
Something people have been asking about for quite a while now.
Oh yes,
Evan Viper picked up on it. It just says beard. We call this guy Khal Drogo because, for obvious reasons, he has a Khal Drogo-like beard, which is still a work in progress, but it's
I don't really want to show all the beards today because they're not quite ready.
Yeah.
The next version will have all the beards.
Someone also asked, are these changes both on PC and Xbox or not just console? Yes, they are across the board.
Yes.
So what you see here will be in the Xbox version when the Xbox version launches.
And the PC version.
And the PC version. So.
Of course. Yeah, so even the Xbox controller thing I'm showing, obviously I'm just showing that because it's supported in the PC version.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's our guy with his beard.
Will there be a neck beard? Only the players.
Only I get to be a neck beard.
That was a joke. Please don't send me any hate.
All right, so my temperature delta should go down over time now, right? Because you don't immediately change temperature; it takes a little bit of time.
Yeah,
it goes down.
Yeah, and I mean you're still in the desert. It's still
I'm still in the desert.
It's still warm.
All right, so now I'm going to equip some heavy stuff.
Yes, Tweaknuts, we have been very busy.
We are busy people.
We are incredibly busy people.
People like
yes. Someone's asking about all the pink stuff in the background. That is some of the texture issues.
A button?
I did have a button. Let's see. I can press that button right there. See, we're running a dev build with some lighting and texture issues,
nice.
Which will be fixed when this stuff is being pushed to the live version.
Exactly.
There's some texture baking that has gone awry basically, and it'll be sorted out.
Cool. So let's see, what else can we talk about? So we talked a little bit about temperature. We're still in the desert, so we'll still the generic armor doesn't have temperature protection or temperature stuff, so that's fine.
Yeah.
All right. So let me see. I'm trying to okay. I guess I'll just have to do it that way. Magical. So we have a
awry, meaning that something has gone wrong or isn't working quite the way we want it to.
Yeah, you might see that on the textures here and there.
Yeah.
So one of the things we've added with the approach of consoles, but it's something we want to do on PC, is a dynamic camera manager. So now, for example, you'll see that the camera subtly changes when we're sprinting.
Mm-hmm.
It'll change when we go into combat.
Yes, Evan Viper, there is something of a pattern. Our last build actually had white trees that looked like they were made out of paper.
Yes.
And if you might notice on the Battle Axe, it has a lovely checkered pattern and our logos on it.
Funcom logo.
Funcom logo.
That means the texture bake didn't work correctly, and it'll be fixed.
Yes.
There's some new cloth physics on my clothy leg pieces.
Oh wow, I didn't notice that.
Yeah. The 415 Unreal has new cloth physics stuff.
Nice.
Which is nice.
Does that affect the other dangly bits as well?
I think it does, yes.
to skirt around the issue a little bit.
Skirt around the issue, so to speak. Yes, indeed. So so you see, we've added a dynamic camera manager. It's quite subtle, but it allows, when you're in combat, out of combat, different activities will cause the camera to move in slightly different ways, which is quite nice. I think it's probably one of the more noticeable things is climbing. So it pulls back to give you that much broader view when you're climbing.
Nice, cinematic feeling.
Yeah, it's it's these small things which improve the game. Oh yeah, I was wearing heavy, so I couldn't climb much.
Yep.
Cool. All right.
Nail Cake is asking the one question that keeps coming back up, which is the stackable triangle wedges.
They are in.
They are?
They should be on test.
Oh.
If not today, then maybe tomorrow.
As in our test or their test?
Test live for them. So whatever version, if we get a version to test live tonight, it'll have that.
Yeah.
I think the bug I saw that quality assurance would work for us and send us bugs. The one bug I'd seen from them was that it was working for T1 and not T2 and T3.
Right.
So someone needed to fix that today. I think it was fixed. But stackable triangle pieces. Finally. In your hands at last.
Yes.
Coming soon to a server near you.
Freak of Fefe says hail to the radial menu.
Yes.
And we really like the radial menu.
I like it, at least for Xbox. It helps the feel of the game. It's quite standard. You don't lose movement while you're in it.
Yeah.
So it's not like, and it's actually visually not even close to finished. We're just using the radial menu GUI we had from before. But there's new
stuff on it.
Yeah.
There are now weapons and armor.
There's a completely new visual design for how it's going to work that isn't in yet, but people will see soon.
Yeah. It's all like most things on the stream.
It's all coming together.
It is a work in progress that it's slightly coming together.
We like to show stuff when it's in the middle.
Yes, there are test live servers. Here, there's one European and there's one American, if I remember correctly, or you can just play it single player. There should also be some test live community servers. I don't really have the full list or anything, but if you just go into the server browser as you're running the test live build, it should populate automatically with the test live servers.
Okay.
All right.
Let's talk a little bit about combat, I guess. All right. So
the biome is coming later, just so you guys know. Yeah, so you don't really have to keep asking it. You can see some of it behind there. Some people have already noticed it going oh, the trees, look at the trees. So you're going to see it later. We want to go through some of the combat.
We're also not allowed to show too much of it, right? We've been restricted. We've been pushed down by the man. All right. Combat stuff. Let's talk a little bit about.
Let's talk combat.
Okay, this is complicated. I might go a little bit into the weeds on some of this stuff, but people hopefully will appreciate it, especially people who really care about combat stuff. All right. So first of all, let's do bows. Okay, so we've added dynamic cameras for bows. Aim offsets are set up correctly now. We should have better.
It actually aims for the center of the crosshair.
It doesn't do the proper line tracing thing yet, which is one of the things that we want to do for it, but it will get there. All right, so hopefully before Xbox launches and the PC version will get the same update.
Yep.
We'll have all of the archery feeling a lot better in the game. So yeah, you can see the dynamic camera really helps here.
Yeah. Since our strength is pretty high, that Scorpion just went down.
He just took it easily. So that's bows. Bows haven't been the major focus, but they've been one of the things that we wanted to improve.
Yeah.
And so there's some improvements. All right. Regular combat, power attack and light attack, or special attack and normal attack, as I've started to refer to it. We are taking away some of the concept of having two separate hands, because right now you have left hand, left hand power, right hand power attack. What we're doing instead is creating special attack and normal attack. They're now separated into two buttons.
Yeah.
So on your mouse, instead of it being that you hold left key or left mouse button to get the strong attack, they're separate buttons. It's right mouse button and left mouse button. So this is a normal attack. I'm holding it to chain. This is a power attack. Power attacks now rip after 2 seconds.
Rip meaning they fail.
They fire off.
Not in this build though.
Well, I'm forcing it to do.
Okay.
And basically, so you cannot hold this infinitely now.
Yeah.
Right? You can no longer hold the infinite power attack.
Yeah.
We've also changed the stamina costing. Stamina costs on these, you can do about 4 or 5 before your stamina bar hits 0, so you have to really think about it.
We've bumped up our stamina quite a lot for this particular stream, which is why it's not falling down very quickly. But they're...
Well, this is actually... It's percentage based, right? So it doesn't...
Right.
Or yeah, I can't remember, but it's also not in this version. It's on the next version, the one that we wanted to have on the stream, but never didn't get finished in time. So we have power attacks, but you can cancel out of everything now with dodge. So dodge can break anything. So I'm doing heavy armor dodge right now, and we'll talk about light armor dodge in a second.
Right.
But basically, this is heavy armor dodge. You guys have seen it before. It's smoother. We've made it more fluid. It has less frame drop. So you're not stuck in the animation as long as you were. We can add dual wielding now, which was one of the things that people have requested a lot. We can add dual wielding. So
confirmed dual wielding.
Daggers, for example, will probably go from being an offhand weapon to a set of dual weapons that you equip, and then they're both working at the same time. So that's one of the things. Okay, continuing on.
It's a lot, isn't it?
It's a lot of stuff to go through.
Someone asked if right click is power attack, what is the shield key? The shield key is currently Control or Alt,
Yep.
And this will obviously, this is something that will change if we see feedback from people saying that you should.
Well, people can also remap it however they like, right? Yeah. There's no prevention, but we needed those 3 keys to work a certain way.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna switch to light.
You should do that. Someone in chat also noticed that we're carrying a wolf's head in our inventory.
Yeah, that's us.
And we're just gonna let that sit there, and you can see it.
All right, cool. So back in control mode now. This is a light dodge. So it's a much faster dodge. You have a much further. You can cancel out of blocks. You can cancel out of combat. Oh, I'm hitting my own shield because of a bug. Removed, re-equip. I know about this bug.
And then you can combat roll out of a power attack, for example.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if I'm winding up for a power attack, combat roll out.
Yep.
Now some of this is also reflecting some of the changes that we're doing with monsters. Monsters have a lot more lunging attacks. They have a lot better distance. We're working on core AI, guys. We've talked about this many times. We're still working on core AI, so I will show you some of the stuff that this allows during the stream now. You might see that my temperature, by the way, I'm back in light armor. My temperature has gone back down to neutral zone.
Much more breezy and
I'm in the neutral zone now.
Yeah,
because I'm in the desert wearing lights.
Yeah. People are asking about like shield bashing and like parrying mechanics and stuff like that.
Parrying mechanics. I think people have heard my stance on this many times, but
you block with the shield and that's your parry, basically.
Yeah. And because of this, so I guess I can get a little bit into the meta of how this should feel. With a 2-second rip on a power attack, that means people who've gone into power attack mode have a short decision window where they can cancel out, or they can complete the attack.
Yeah.
People who are defending against a power attack can go into defensive mode, or they can also dodge. Right, so you get this time window. So it creates this a bit more meta, where people are. I'm doing that stupid thing again.
There is a slight bug where Joel is hitting his own shield as he's swinging, but like re-equipping the shield usually fixes it.
Yeah. These monsters aren't set up, by the way.
And our strength is pretty high right now, which is why we're sort of carving through them pretty quickly.
That's fine. Cool. So the idea of the meta is, it's this feinting. Like now you can feint. You couldn't feint before. You couldn't trick people into thinking you were going to do something.
Not like pass out feint, but like FEINT.
Feint, right? So it's a bit more. It makes the gameplay movement about distance. It makes the gameplay movement about control.
Yeah.
It's about controlling your distance to the player. If someone has a shield, it creates a powerful shield dynamic, because if someone holds this and they have to rip after 2 seconds, and you know that shield block gives you an advantage, suddenly we're talking about forcing people onto the back foot, forcing people to do cancels.
Yeah.
It creates a whole new meta of feeling around the way that PvP works, so this should be good.
Yeah. Someone's asking, Polar Bear is actually asking, have you guys figured out for medium dodge?
We have medium dodge.
Is that a slower roll, or is that a...
It's in between.
Okay.
It's still a roll, but it's slower, yes.
Yeah. So slower roll.
I think it's in, but it might not have the proper frames. Let's just see. I can check. Some of the dodges now have iframes, by the way, so people who know what immunity frames are will understand. So yeah.
All right.
That's yeah. Oh yeah. The people will be able to see different armors.
Spoilers on the stream. Get your screen caps in now.
Oh well. It wasn't all. Not nearly all.
There we go. Now we covered up the lovely beard.
Beard clipping.
Yeah. Oh, it's clipping through the mask.
I need to fix that.
Awesome.
That's fine. All right.
Someone is saying, Nultis is saying, one thing I'm afraid will happen is that people will just look another way to cancel their attacks. Is this something you will be working on?
A lot of this combat stuff I'm showing is Oscar's stuff, right, by the way. He's been working very hard on this for a while.
And there was an echo again, which should hopefully be gone now. Because, you know, we're nothing if not completely professional in what we do. And, there.
Echo gone?
I think echo's
Echo
gone.
down?
Oh, I know why. That's why.
Good.
Polar Bear, I will read your PM when we're done with the stream, and I can get back to you then. Yes, we're good now.
Cool. Does anyone
Go.
Let's look at dodge rolls in first person.
That looks... Oh, but you're wearing the heavy armor.
Yeah, I am.
You are wearing the heavy armor.
I'm all heavied up.
Yep.
I believe. Let's go to third. Yeah, exactly. All right. We're still working on the inventory part of this, by the way.
You're there we go.
Thank
You were in the chat window.
Sending
so if I
messages.
Yep. You were just sending II. Isn't the hyena armor medium?
It is. I guess
Yep.
I can wear that.
So now we can
Do my Carl
now we can see what the dodge looks like.
in first.
Yeah, in first person. Oof.
You get a little bit of clipping there, but it still works. You still dodge.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, we'll probably tighten that up a bit.
Bathrobe Gamer asks, so basically you'll never be able to counter an attack with your weapon. That is basically it, right?
Counter an attack
Like,
with your weapon.
For example, you won't be able to block a strike with your sword, for example.
No, that's what shields are for.
Yeah, that's what shields are for.
In our game paradigm, right? We might one day add some sort of parry to swords, but we haven't. I mean, it's not a priority. It's not really a mechanic that I think lends itself well to what we're doing.
Yeah.
So.
Someone says the top of the screen is clipped off. It doesn't really look that way on our end, so I'm assuming that it looks fine.
You can also diagonal dodge just to show that.
And there's no dodging forward.
No dodging forward right now. It
Yep.
works that if you're going forward, you dodge backward, essentially.
Someone's asking, what are the debuffs associated with heavy? I mean, we talked about some of it earlier. I mean, you get...
Hey,
the dodging is slower.
Dodge is slower, less iframes, or no iframes. I can't remember exactly which setup it is. I am wearing the fur armor again, so I'm taking... Temperature is spiking up again.
Yeah.
Which means I'm going to get thirsty again soon. Let's see. I mean, you have massive stamina penalties when climbing. I believe you get some stamina penalties in combat. Oh, by the way, we've changed it so that light swing, that takes no stamina. So you can basically use this whenever you want. It was one of the things I didn't really like, was that when you ran out of stamina in combat, you couldn't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So now we have proper stamina usage. So this won't use any stamina. And this thing, it does use more. It uses way more than is showing in the stream because it's not set up correctly in this version. But it uses you won't get off all that many power attacks. The thing about this, it also gives us the ability to do root motion attacks properly on weapons. So now we could do things like, if you push the special attack with an axe, you might actually get an animation of yourself wading forward, doing 5 swings in a row or something, right? Like that, right?
Yeah.
But you lose control of your character for that small
Scorpion.
period. That's fine. He's got nothing.
JTman26 says, you should have the screen rotate in first person when doing dodge rolls.
Oh.
It'll be like a cheap carnival ride.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know, man. What else was there to talk about with combat? So yeah, we've shown that. Let's see.
Maybe how it would work on a controller, since we're playing with a controller.
Yeah. So I can hold up my controller.
I think, it should be visible now.
Light swing is right bumper.
Yep.
Yeah. It's very Dark Souls-like in the control scheme. Heavy swing. Oh, by the way, people were able to do a thing where they could tap very quickly to get a heavy swing, and it would not do the wind-up time. That's been fixed. It's been correctly fixed, so now you will not be able to do these macro things people have been using to make themselves chain heavy swings without a huge cost.
Yeah.
We've made... Yeah, let's see. Actually, I still have my shield.
Polar Bear, the weapons are discolored because of a texture baking issue.
Push the button.
Push the button. I can push the button again. Maybe. maybe I think we broke the button when the computer froze. It's because of a texture baking issue.
That's why there's pink mountains.
That's why there's pink mountains. Yeah.
And why these look blacker than they should. And by the way, I'm on the other side of the curse wall here.
Oh my lord! The curse wall is broken.
Oh my lordy lord!
The curse wall is broken.
Yeah. So now blocking, you can swing from block. So that means if you're holding, for example, I'm holding the left bumper, it'll swing after a block, so straight into it. You can also click block again to go straight back in. So blocking does cancel the last part of animations intentionally, so people get a smoother blocking experience. It feels better to use shields. It feels better to make it work.
Yeah.
Baking textures to meshes is easy, but it breaks because we have a very special process which decreases our memory footprint on Xbox, which makes it work a lot better for Xbox. So that's kind of why. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, holding, you can go straight into block again. It's a simple process and it improves the feel of blocking. You can also do the same with power swings. If you hold block straight after, it's straight into. And you can also go out of block into power swing.
Hopefully something that should make combat slightly more fluid and dynamic than what it was before.
One of the things, again, getting a little bit more technical, is that we've had input problems, right? So it's input queuing problems, right? It's one of the things that makes combat feel nice in many games.
Yeah.
Is the way that they queue up inputs, the way you can dodge out of things, the way you can cancel attacks.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're really trying to make that feeling get better. And I know a lot of people have been asking us, improve the combat, and we're like, we're trying.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of these small steps, and they feel subtle, but they change a lot. They change a lot of the feeling of things.
Yeah.
So.
Let's see. Clive Dothy asked, will sorcery be the next big project after the new biome?
So we have mounts. Oh god, what did I do?
You shouldn't have pissed off that rhino.
That's for sure.
I think though maybe you're still in God mode from when we tested this stuff earlier.
Possibly.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, he's not hit me, so that's fine.
And he's a big dude,
Charge.
so it takes a while to turn around.
Yeah, he's slow. But because I'm medium right now. Yeah. If you're a light armor wearer, you get to dodge further, right? Which means that you can effectively live out your fantasy of being a bow user.
Yeah.
To some extent. Players will mess you up though, so don't do it against.
Or someone
players.
who's like quick with the daggers, just like rolling out and stabbing people.
Yeah. So we're trying to make all the playstyles feel better, right?
Yeah.
So, yep.
Yeah.
Xbox will be medium settings. I saw a question from someone asking what settings. It's a bunch of custom stuff, so like it's medium on PC is generally the grade, but then there's some things that are higher than they are.
Yeah.
Then higher than medium, and a couple of things might be set in different ways.
Yeah.
So it's roughly medium settings, right? Put off God mode, people just want to watch me die. Sure.
You died during our first combat stream twice, I think. So I think we should keep God mode.
We don't have a bed here, right?
Yeah.
So
Korsagoth, there are new armor types and clothing stuff coming with the new biome. So I think role players are really gonna like that stuff.
There's a lot of stuff in the new
There's
biome.
A lot of stuff.
I mean, we didn't call it a free expansion for no reason. There's new machines, new crafting recipes, new armor types, new. I don't even know how many new creatures. Probably 10 to 20 new creatures. It's
also shout out to Tech Investor, who's apparently in the chat, or at least someone from Tech Investor.
Isn't Tech Investor a forum?
It is.
You're giving them a shout out.
Yeah.
Hey, Tech Investor. Sometimes I find out things about Funcom from Tech Investor before Funcom knows about them, which is amazing.
Wood Tears asks, I could bind my keys more freely before, for instance, movement forward by using left mouse and right mouse button. Why did you stop that? What is the thinking behind it? I don't think we've removed that ability. Maybe it's something that's been broken.
Yeah, it's possible it broke.
Yeah.
We've had to do a lot of input chaining work now to make the stuff work for Xbox, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like I'm really weird.
Yeah, you can put the controller down. I think you can put the controller down.
But yeah, essentially the paradigm for the Xbox and eventually the PlayStation controller is light swing, heavy swing, aim mode, block mode, all on this key. This is radial menu with the opposite thumbstick so that you can basically remain freely moving while in aim mode. Binding in the inventory, I think I can show that here. If you hit Y, choose a location on the hotbar, equip it to there. Simple.
Yeah.
It gives people freedom, gives people flexibility. The map is bound to a key. They're still working on the actual controls.
I'm desperately trying to move the mouse button out of the screen every time it pops up there.
The emote menu is also bound to a D-pad key. Inventory, settings.
Yeah.
It's pretty straightforward, but I think it's going to work well. And we're still smoothing out again some of the paradigms, and I think actually I could probably show that because that's kind of interesting.
Prison Mike, we are talking about Xbox and PlayStation because we're bringing the game to Xbox and PlayStation eventually. We've already announced a Xbox version for August 16th, which when we will launch in Xbox One Game Preview. Which is why we're also showing off some of the controller stuff because all of the things that are currently in the PC build and that's being added to the PC build will obviously float down, so to speak, into the Xbox build and the PlayStation.
And now I've grabbed the keyboard again.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to play with keyboard just to show people that. So it's all good.
Yeah, you're about to die of thirst again.
No doubt.
Yeah. Someone says, "Can you talk about Taskmasters, please? Because they think they're broken. They don't really work properly in the Wheel of Pain. So we might look into that."
I assume it's a bug that we have. I haven't actually looked into it personally for a while, so we can look at that. Yeah. I'll just get someone to look at it. I don't really know much about it. I know that there was. I saw a thread the other day where people were talking about that crenellated walls weren't working with climbing. That's been fixed.
That has been fixed. That'll be added.
Yeah, it'll be added in the next Tesla version. There's someone was talking about buildings coming back after restarts. That has also been fixed now, I believe.
Okay, that's good.
We're, or at least we found something we thought was causing it, and we fixed it. Yes. So.
Do you think we could get a male and female armor building separate? What?
Crouches
so
down.
A male could wear female armor and female wear male armor. So for the armor sets that have different gender models.
No.
That is a no then. But like most of the armor is pretty unisex as it is. There's some
slightly different, but
there's some slight variation in some of them, but mostly they look.
It won't work because the male and female models are slightly different, and therefore you get seams.
Yeah.
Where they connect, it won't work.
Right.
Essentially.
Any news on the new light armor? There is new light armor coming. We're not going to show what it looks like. And dies for buildings. Like we've said, we wanted to expand the die system to
the dies for buildings won't be in the biome though.
Okay.
It's a bit further out. All right. What time is it?
It is. Shit, I was about to say it in like Norwegian time. It's 20 minutes to 6. It's 20 minutes to 6. I was about to say that it was 10 minutes past half past, which is a weird thing.
How far into the dark? Are we ghosted?
We are. I don't think we're cloaked.
We should probably cloak ourselves.
Cloak up and see what happens. Clive Zothi asks, "You can spawn dragonfly creatures in the admin panel. Are these going to be added?"
Yes.
Yes. Most of the things that are already
they don't have combat, so they'll literally just be environmental creatures. So.
Most of the things that are already in the
some of that stuff is just debug, and people spawn it and they go, "Why isn't this in?"
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And so
yeah. Okay. Most of it then.
Some of it, some of it will be in, but the dragonfly, we'll just add it one day. But it's not. It's an environmental creature. It's not It's nothing special.
Thrall management won't be in the biome, as far as I know.
No, that's not for the biome. That's the settlement system, right?
Yes.
So it's a bit further out.
Someone says we need battle dragonflies. Not yet, but maybe one day. There won't be, like, people have been asking this from time to time. Like, there won't be flying mounts once, like, in the game at all, because it makes the game world too small. But we will eventually be adding proper mounts.
Alrighty. Let's go.
Welcome to, what are we calling this? The Highlands?
Right,
the Frozen North?
Yeah, the Frozen North.
Frozen North. Yeah. And I think people like it, and immediately it starts to rain.
It does.
Yeah, and like
the weather system's still a bit in progress, though.
Yeah,
so.
of course. But I think it's looking pretty good so far.
I believe so.
There's people seem to enjoy it. So shit, what was I going to say? Yeah, and in case you're wondering, how could there be a Norwegian pine forest right next to a giant desert? Well, there's an in-game lore reason for that.
No, if people have read the lore, they'll know, because it's already in the game. The sandstorm is unnatural. It turned the fertile lands of the south into the desert that it is today. That's why the desert is unnatural and part of what caused the downfall of the Giant Kings.
Yeah. Let's see. Nultis says, what I meant with my question about cancelling attacks by looking away is that it would be easy to just look the other way so you don't hit someone on their shield with your power attack, making the dodge obsolete in that question. Will there be a lock-on how quick your exile can move around?
There will not be a lock-on.
I don't think he means lock-on as in hold down this button to lock on, but like, will we limit movement in combat?
We already do that.
We are doing that in a way with the heavy armor and the medium armor.
We already do it, look.
Yeah.
Speed. Side speed. Is never that fast.
Yeah.
Right? If you're just talking about like that you can whip around fast like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. That's actually intended gameplay behavior. So.
Someone says simple. It's in Michigan. Well, it's I think Michigan climate is very close to Norwegian climate.
This is a bit a bit of the gloomy areas.
Yeah.
A bit Sumerian.
There's gonna be differences. It's not just gonna be like rock and pine woods. There's gonna be like we've seen that in the trailer if you've already seen the trailer. And the reason the wolves and stuff aren't attacking us is because we're cloaked. And this whole place is it's meant for somewhat high level players.
Yeah, I mean there's stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to say too much because I've been told not to say too much, but and you can see that some of the textures in here are still broken as well. So
Carl says the biome calls to my Canadian blood. I need a moose mount.
The old moose mount request.
we should make some kind of armor that's almost like a Mountie uniform or something.
Right.
So people can be like a Canadian Mountie running around on a moose.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So
I think this looks really good.
I think so too.
I mean, I got to see some of this already, but I'm blown away by the stuff that our environmental artists have been able to do in the amount of time that they've done it. And if you notice the temperature gauge up left, it's now in neutral because your hyena armor adds warmth.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, I can probably remove that, and we can see how cold I get. If I get cold in this area, I can't remember. There's a temperate zone in the north, which isn't that cold. It's only when you start to go really far north that you start to freeze your balls off. Theoretically.
Eben Viper says Robert E. Howard is smiling on you from Crom's Mountain. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Oh, what's that? Nothing. Wait, can't look that way either. Nothing.
Will all passages to the new biome be so narrow because I expect loads of walls? I mean, there are...
Climb over.
You can climb over walls and get to them. I think we need to like turn around and maybe move back.
That's
There's another
purple
mountain. So there will be some passages that are just like passages in like mountains or walls or whatever. But there will be places where you'll just be able to climb up and then just walk over.
Indeed.
And unfortunately, you're going to have to wear clothing now to protect yourself from the environment. But like, if you want to run around completely buck-ass nude in the game, you can still do that.
You can do that by drinking alcohol.
Yes, there will be ways of heating yourself up without wearing clothes. Someone's saying, will there be any light in the new biome? Yes, there will be.
This is one section.
We're just in a... this is one section. We're just in a very foggy area. And there's still lighting passes and like texture passes that need to be done here.
What do you mean? These giant pink mountains?
Yeah, or like the glow that appears.
Are you saying that these giant pink mountains aren't the right color for our game?
They might not be. I mean, I don't mind giant pink mountains, but I think maybe other people might not like the giant pink mountains. You are in Shrek's land. Well, it's a bit swampy, but I don't think we've added green ogres yet. I think people might be hearing a slight like panting noise in the background, which is because it's because Joel ran out of stamina earlier, and there's
Pink Mountain Land. Okay, I don't think I should go.
No, you
down there.
Really shouldn't have gone here, Joel.
I didn't know which way to go, man. No, I didn't. Let's just go. I'm going to go over here because there's something I wanted to try. I've been aching to try this for a week.
Right, Rashim. RVR Rashim asks, when will different level of permissions as far as chest doors bench go? That's been added to one of our development builds, and so it will be pushed to the game.
I think it's in test. Okay.
I also think the game crashed.
The game just crashed. That happens. It's because I teleported around.
With a dev build when we teleport around.
damn it, in the middle of a live stream. Who should I send that to? Our CTO.
Yeah. He's going to be really happy about that.
And that way he'll get the crash logs and he'll be able to fix it for the next live stream.
Right. Yep.
Alright. I can load back in and show the thing that I wanted to show.
Yes.
Because we still have time. Questions, people, questions. Ask away.
Can we separate potions to reset stats? Lotus for character stats, other potion for craft stats.
Yes.
Yes.
We will do that.
Drevis asks, can admins teleport using the map?
Yes.
Yes.
Control right click.
Will we have wooden houses?
Yes.
Yes. Easy questions.
These are really simple.
How about putting the kick back in? Oscar said you have a kick already made.
Ugh. I don't know why.
That's not the sound to make.
I don't know why it ever got removed. To be honest, it was just the most powerful thing in the game.
Probably that's why.
We'll have a look. We'll consider bringing it back as a. We might make it. Actually, we might make fists like a dual weapon, so they combo up when you left click. Because right now it's like right fist, left fist. Yeah. So you make fists a dual weapon, and then we could make the special attack a kick.
Can I strap like knives to my fists and? Can I basically do
the hyena armor? It has.
Yeah, but does it hurt when I? Does it hurt more when I punch people with the hyena armor?
I don't think them so. More, or hurt you more?
Them more.
Oh, I have no idea.
Because what I want to do is I want to be like full Liam Neeson at the end of I forget that movie's name now.
Taken?
No, the Wolf movie.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Yes, it's really good. I forget what it's called, but it's really good. All right, we're back in the game.
But we're back here in Pinkland.
At least we should be.
Let's try not to teleport and...
there we are.
If the game crashes again, I'm blaming Fred.
Right. So to teleport, if you're an admin, just open the map, hold control, and then right click.
Am I godded?
We are godded. We are godded.
Okay. You sure?
Yes.
Okay. You will fall from the sky. So
you will fall from the sky.
If you do the control right click map thing, please make sure that you are godded. Oh, good lord, look at this. It's beautiful.
Oh, lovely.
Lovely pink texturing. This is my favorite thing in the game. Bam!
Climbing the pig mountain.
I'm a
pig
hero.
Mountains, the pink mountains.
The mountains of madness.
Any plans for musician thralls to go with the dancing? We've mentioned this before, I think.
Yes, we have. We have tail spinners and all sorts of stuff planned. We just haven't made them yet.
Yeah.
And
everything is a work in progress, and everything is coming eventually. What level would you recommend being at before heading into the new biome? Pretty high, I'd say.
Yeah, I haven't. Oh God, I forgot. Talking of the combat, we've doubled all monster damage, just so everybody knows.
Just so you're aware.
So when people start playing the game again on August 16th, it's going to be a lot harder because things are going to be very different.
This is a very pink area.
Yeah,
you chose a very bad pink area. I was looking for the teleport us to.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. Best that I can. Oh yeah.
Oh yes, journey events. What are journey events, Joel?
Well,
you'll get to see later.
You'll get to see later. The journey, the Exile's journey, which is one of the things that we're adding for the biome, is basically a list of things that you can do in the game. It acts as tutorial and.
Yes, we are still cloaked.
Yes, hopefully.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Because
Let's find out. Are we still cloaked, baby? We're not cloaked.
No.
That guy's gonna shoot me. That other guy's gonna try and punch me.
They were slow on the uptake.
Hey, how about it? What you got? What you got? Oh yeah, that's right, intelligence.
Rivulet asks, I've noticed that the biome features some kind of grey-looking filter. Is that intended?
In that
area it is, because it's a more foggy, dark, grey.
Not all of the biome looks like that, guys. Yes. There are multiple environments. Just like the unnamed city has a different environment to the desert.
Yep. So it's gonna look. There's gonna be different areas, and get away from that alligator before it eats you.
Oh my goodness, there's nowhere that's not pink in this.
With climbing, will there be defenses from climbing over base walls and such? Yes, there will be.
I recommend watching the live stream.
Crenellated walls will do damage to climbers. We're also going to add damage to the... I believe the palisades are supposed to do damage to players as well. And when climbers take damage, they will fall down. This is not an expanded part of the desert. This is the desert. We just have some slight issues with the current build that we have running.
I need to go somewhere where there's no There's only
You're forgetting to hold down control.
There's many pink textures there,
Yes.
but they're not as bad. Okay, somewhere where there's less pink.
So, the new biome, the forested area that we showed you earlier with all the fog and all that stuff will be out on August 16th.
Yes. Completely free, by the way.
Boom. Right in the savannah. I love the imagery of just like a server admin just like plummeting from the sky and just like boom, landing right in front of another player.
Oh, what's that over there, Jens Erik? Falling from the sky?
Oh, speaking of things falling from the sky, chemtrails.
It must be.
We don't really have an ETA on when this when the climbing patch is going to come out because we're currently working on. There are some, as you can see, some texturing issues that still needs to be solved before we can push stuff to live. But the test live build does have climbing and it does have some of the new features that we've shown off.
4.15 has some new features that are interesting, but it also has a few bugs.
Yeah.
But hopefully when people get that up and running, they'll get better frame rates. Hopefully when we have everything up, people will have better frame rates. It'll be more optimized. We've done a lot of optimization work to make the game run smoothly on Xbox, which just carries over to the PC. And if people know Xbox specs, then they know that PCs should be in pretty decent state for running this stuff. I was also going to say... What was I going to say?
I don't know. I'm just going to show off this beard again.
It's beard o'clock.
Which will see some refinement before it's pushed to live, obviously. This comes with the biome.
We've actually just redone... So people were asking about hair textures glowing weirdly with torches. We've done a bunch of changes to the hair textures recently that will make them work.
Someone asked if they could eat snow, and then someone immediately made "don't eat yellow snow" jokes, and I'm very, very happy about that.
Of course you are. The first 3 years that I lived in Norway, all I heard from people was,
it's
snowing outside, Joel. Don't eat the yellow stuff.
Brahms Balrathian asks, can beer be implemented on characters that were already created?
No, but we're doing a full wipe on August 16th, so no stress.
That is how that's done. All right. Will there be a female avatar goddess? Maybe.
Sorry?
Will there be a female avatar goddess?
Female avatar goddess? Well, I guess someone's trying to find out if they're going to get Ishtar as a goddess at some point.
Or
Derketo. Yeah, there's plans for that. We'll see.
Yeah. Full wipe will include private servers. That is up to the private server.
Of course, it's
we
up to
can't.
The private server. But if you want bids, we do want to add an ability to add customization in the game, like a mirror object that you can use to basically change things. But it's further out. It's not a high priority. But yes, one day we will hopefully add that ability.
Rifiru, no, that is not intended, and that's a very serious bug that will get someone to look at.
What was that? Ping?
If your ping spikes over 130, the game crashes and you lose your inventory, he says.
If your ping spikes over
140, which is the ping limiter now.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like an accurate bug.
We'll see.
Oh, I should run the command that forces my ping over 140. So we can show live that I don't think that.
But we're in a private game. Does that work then?
No, of course it won't.
Yeah,
of course.
Exactly.
But the ping blocker doesn't have anything to do with while you're playing. It's when you attempt to connect to the server. The ping blocker doesn't check anything while you're playing the game. It's on connection only.
Right.
So that there's just zero connection between my ping spiked over 140 and I crashed and lost my inventory. That is not how it works. The code is not even running at that point. So there's zero chance that they're related. That's why I'm saying I don't feel like they're related.
Yeah. Irvain, yes, we are going to do some more stuff with the character creator and the body type, so people can look slightly different.
Yeah, I don't know if the physique stuff is going to make it for the biome, but at least it's there. It's worked on. I've seen the original plans for it at least started on. But if you think you're going to be able to play a fat dwarf, you're going to be very, very disappointed because we're never going to allow massive changes in body shape. Right?
It's not going to be like full-blown fantasy.
No, I mean none of our armors will work if we made it so that you could. They would just break.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Will there ever be a way on servers to turn off nameplates completely? I mean, there is now. There should be on both.
So settings?
Yeah. As far as I know.
We can check.
Let's see.
I'm in a hot area now. By the way.
We can see and click directly only on official servers without marking. Is it an intended way to make people choose first officials by inertia?
What was that question?
I have like when you go into the server list, you first get all the official servers and then the private servers populates. And someone's asking if that's intended to push people towards playing on the official servers.
I'd rather people actually chose a server that fits their playstyle rather than choosing the official servers. But that depends on how it's filtered as well, because there is filtering setups. So it might just be that official servers have very good ping.
Polar Bear's been asking this for quite a while. Is there a possibility for cross-platform on PC, Xbox, and PS4? We're not really talking about that right now, but we'll when we're ready to talk about it, we'll.
There'll be a lot more info about the expansion, the Xbox version, and the biome coming towards the end of July.
Yeah.
So coming up now, this is probably actually something worth talking about, right? It's summertime here.
Yeah.
And people have to have holidays, so there'll be vacations happening during July.
Yeah.
And so
I'm going on vacation.
Exactly. So we've staggered them out so that people will be here, but not everybody will be here all the time.
Yeah.
So it's it's just so there'll be, I think, more information about all of the biome stuff coming at the end of the month, right? Yep.
I believe so. Someone was asking if there was going to be a event log, which we showed at the start of the stream, but we could maybe show it again so people can see it.
Sure, I was going to summon my favorite. Where is he?
What do you want? The Kappa? Yeah.
I love this guy. He's fun. Sure, event log. It's here. He can wail on me because I'm a god. Event log, it's basically at the moment it's just showing property name and who it was destroyed by. There'll be a clan log added. Oh god, he broke my shield.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're godded now? Yeah. Rivet is asking how much will we be able to climb. It depends on their stamina and their armor. If you're wearing heavy armor, climbing will consume a lot of stamina. If you're not wearing anything, you can climb longer, and if you're wearing the climbing boots and the climbing gear, climbing gloves and climbing boots, I believe, then your stamina will drain slower as well. So there will be differences in like what you wear and like, how much
my stamina.
There will be differences in how much you can climb based on what you're wearing. So yeah. Let's see. I'm going to take some more questions from the chat.
Oh damn it!
Yeah, you shouldn't roll around so much. You lose all that stamina.
Yeah, it's funny. This is a group boss though.
Yeah, it's just equipped armor for now. But if we see that people if we see that we need to tweak the climbing system and how much stamina it consumes, then of course we will consider tweaking it. Obviously,
people want it to be based on encumbrance, but I think that's a bit of a trap because people, there's a few things there. Armor, first of all, is restrictive. That's why it takes more stamina to climb in heavy armor. It's not just a weight thing. It's a restriction thing, right? It's a movement restriction thing.
Yeah.
Whereas if you make it encumbrance, it means that when you want to actually get to a base and raid it, you need to. You can't bring too much stuff with you, but we need people to be able to carry things if they're actually going to raid something, right? So it's making it into encumbrance it's a bit of a trap. I know people don't want their bases raided, but the meta of this game is about building bases and trying to make them flawless, and other people trying to find holes in your defenses. I mean, that's a part of what the end game of this is all about. Indeed, in the PvE game, when we add the purge, it's also going to be about that. We're going to be encouraging people to build bases. And we're going to be telling them, look, this purge is coming. You need to figure out a way to build a base that defends against X, Y, and Z. And X, Y, and Z will be special things that will challenge your ability to build bases. That's kind of part of what we're doing. That's why the focus of the game is that way. So, yeah, I mean, I understand the wish, sort of understand the wish to never lose anything, but you should never have that wish on a PvP server.
Right.
Because it's going to happen. And therefore, we're talking about the way we set up the server thing. I mean, people need to pick a server that fits their playstyle and play that way.
Yeah.
And I guess the biggest thing that I would argue is I don't want it to feel unfair for players, and that's what we need to work on from our end as developers, making it feel fair. I would be so dead if I was really playing and not cheating right now.
If you weren't in God mode.
Yeah.
Someone mentioned in chat that the Kappa King won't kill you, but Thirst will, because you're slowly getting
Thirst
thirsty.
won't kill me either. I think when you got it, you just don't take damage.
Yeah. I had a question. Yeah, someone's been very patient with us, asking about stuff like crawling and sneaking. I mean, there's slight sneaking already with the crouch button, and as long as you're
crouch is now a toggle, by the way.
Yeah, and if you're able to stay out of the eye line of
the
NPCs,
the vision cone.
Yeah, the vision cone. You'll be able to sneak around them, but are we further developing that whole sneaking system?
So that I want to do, but it's totally dependent on how good our AI gets.
Right.
We're working on the AI. I've actually tested some new AI creatures, some new AI humans this week.
Yeah.
And they were working, but they had some problems that need to be fixed. But it's a lot better because they will chase you and kill you.
It's very dark now.
Yeah, I know. It's getting dark. It's bedtime.
Turn off. You should turn off eating too.
This is how Conan tells his children, like, I fought that monster for a day and a night when he's old.
Right.
Goodbye, Kappa King.
Will dark affect the sneak and line of sight?
Well, we haven't set it up yet, so I have no idea.
Right.
Like I say, it really depends on our AI setup, because if we get the AI working so that they actually do detection and things like that, then we can start making a sneak system and making it feel correct. Right?
Yeah. All right. I think we're coming up on 6 o'clock now, so we've gone on for about an hour without the slight crash we had earlier.
Apologies.
Yes, sorry for that. So I think we should maybe sign off for now.
Okay. Well, so when are you back? You're on holidays.
Yes, I'm going on vacation for the next 2 weeks, so there won't be a stream next week. There won't be a stream the week after that, unless you want to do a solo run.
We should do our
You can sit and play with my stream deck.
I don't want to touch your deck, my friend. Your deck is filthy.
Look
at your filthy deck.
I've been touching it so much with my fingers.
It's all greasy.
Yes, because my fingers are greasy. That icon on the HUD, the new icon, is the temperature system, which we, if you go back to the beginning of the stream, then you can find us explaining all of that stuff.
I'm kind of gutted, so I probably won't get too...
Hamfist Jones says, get off my deck.
Exactly.
Well, we will. We will.
I'm so hot right now.
Yes.
I'm holding an arrow. Dang it! The arrow bug.
That's a good beard, though. That's a very good beard.
Yes.
All right, so there won't be streams for the next 2 weeks, but there will be a Secret World Legends stream later today in about an hour, I think. Nicole in chat can confirm that. And maybe the Secret World Legends guys will do some streams while I'm away. And if you want to do a solo stream, you're more than welcome to do so. I can give you the instructions.
We'll see. I might do an... I can't remember if I can stream directly from Xbox, but maybe if we get an Xbox version that I could stream, I could then show people how
you can stream directly to Mixer,
Yep.
Microsoft's own streaming service.
Yes, that's right. Or the Mixer. Cool.
Yes.
We'll see.
We shall see.
All right.
Secret World Legends stream in about an hour. Stick around for that. We will see you guys in 3 weeks then with some more stuff. So